people, what is up and welcome back to my channel. I am Jamila and I love all things beauty. I love all things makeup, I love all things skincare, and I especially love sharing my tips and tricks for how to find high-end and luxury beauty products at bargain prices. Yes, we do. Okay guys, we are here and we are on day 3 of Jammy's 12 days of Christmas. You guys already know that for 12 days in the month of December, I'm going to be celebrating some amazing creators here on YouTube and how they've impacted my beauty journey from makeup enthusiast to now YouTuber slash content creator. So we are on day 3 and today we will be celebrating none other than the beautiful Dr. Ash. Yes! Oh, I was so excited and so happy to talk about Dr. Ash because Dr. Ash is actually the content creator that introduced me to the beauty community that I'm in right now. I remember when I first started watching Dr. Ash, it was because I was interested in trying out Pat Mcgrath and I didn't really know anything about the brand. So, I started watching YouTubers who bought Pat Mcgrath, used Pat Mcgrath, but I really wanted and needed to find black YouTubers who could speak to the brand and see how it looked on black skin. So Dr. Ash was actually one of the first creators that I found. She definitely is lighter than me in terms of complexion, but I thought that her reviews were really thorough, really informative, and were really detailed on the brand and the quality of the shadows and whatnot. Now, you guys already know Dr. Ash, and yes, we're going to put respect on her name and call her Dr. Ash. She's a doctorate in pharmacy and eyeshadow is her jam. So when it comes to eyeshadow, she's one of the first people that actually go for their feedback and thoughts and opinions and reviews on eyeshadow products because she just loves eyeshadow. She tests a ton of eyeshadow. She ranks a bunch of eyeshadows. So if you need to get like a sense of a specific eyeshadow palette, a specific eyeshadow formula, she is your go-to. She should definitely be at the very, very top of your list. Now, today to honor Dr. Ash, I'm going to be doing a full face of Pat Mcgrath makeup. And I went back and forth on how I would do this because, she loves eyeshadow, but I decided to go this route because I was introduced to Dr. Ash because of her love for Pat Mcgrath. So I've decided that I'm going to do a full or full-ish face of Pat Mcgrath because, she doesn't have any bronzer on certain products. Just as my way of honoring Dr. Ash and really thanking her for getting me into this beauty community. I have found so many amazing women, both here on YouTube, on Instagram, and all these other platforms that I just absolutely honor and respect so much. Like, it's so nice to find a group of people who love makeup as much as I do, and I can just chit chat and be honest and just have a good fun and a good vibe with. And none of that would have happened had I not stumbled onto Dr. Ash's channel, which then led me to this beautiful group of women. Okay, that is enough of me talking. I will have, of course, all of the products that I'm working with listed down below, but let's just dive right in. So I have my eyes primed already. And for eyeshadow, I decided that I wanted to go in with the Pat Mcgrath Mothership one, the OG, the first. And this is her Sublime palette. This is definitely, I wouldn't say my favorite Mothership, and one that I use very infrequently. But I wanted to do a blue eye look today. So you guys know Mama Pat has this blue shade right here that is undeniable. And I want to get that all on my lids. So that's what we're going to do. So let me bring you guys in a little bit closer and we'll dive into this eye look. Okay, I don't know any of the shade names for this palette. So I'm just going to go in and point to them as you guys can see. And let's let the music play.
I feel the rain coming down right now. Finally feel alive and I don't know how.
So I'm taking this really light, cool toned beige shade and I'm using that as my transition shade.
But I've been the same ever since you called my name. And I felt the change all the way down in my soul. Now when I feel weak you say
Next, I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is, it's like, okay. It's like a deep gray. And I'm going to use that to deepen up the outer V. Pat Mcgrath does have a black shade in her first 3 palettes, which is a little intimidating if I'm being honest. So I'm just gonna use this shade as a deepening shade and avoid that one. And I'm starting with my eyes first because that's how I primarily do my makeup, and Miss Patricia is known for her fallout, so.
But the whole time you had the keys. I don't know what it is you're doing to me. I was lost before, but baby, now I see. Cause there you are looking at me.
Now I'm gonna do exactly what I said I was afraid to do and take a little bit of the black. And I am going to deepen that up just the tiniest bit more. I'm gonna go a little smoky today. And you can already see the pigment, so I'm trying to be very light-handed. But one of the best things about pat shadows is that they blend effortlessly, so you're able to diffuse the shadows really, really seamlessly and really easily. At least in my opinion. Now before I go in with the special shade, I do want to go in with one of her pressed pigments. This is in the shade Ultraviolet Blue. Look at that. It's definitely a blue pool, so it kind of like shifts blue and purple. And I want to put that all over the lid. So I'm going to go in with my finger first for that.
Feel alive and I don't know how. If I'm honest, I don't care to figure it out.
I'm actually not getting any fallout from this. Now this is a pressed pigment, so it is a little bit different than eyeshadow. Don't ask me how or why or what that actually means. I'm switching to a brush because this seems to be applying well. And the minute I did that, I started getting some fallout. So I'm not mad at it. I'm doing my eyes first, knowing good and well that there would be fallout from pat shadows, as there usually is. And then the last thing that I want to do is take the blue special shade and I'm going to plop that all over that blue pool pigment that I put on the lid. Let's see. So you guys can see the difference in the tones. Like this definitely leans more purple and this one is a very clear blue, but I want the blue to show through. So I'm going to just plop this all over the lid so that we can get a more true blue eye look.
What we got is priceless, priceless. What we got is priceless.
And this definitely isn't as flaky as some of her other special shades.
Ain't nothing else like this. All my money made me wanna give it to you. Raise my hands, boy, you got that hallelujah.
Can you guys see the difference between the two eyes? I hope that this is picking up really well on camera because in real life, I am dying. I am obsessed.
Righteous, righteous. I just call it righteous, righteous.
Okay, so this is what the eyes are looking like right now. Mama Pat does not have a liquid eyeliner, so I'm gonna go in with her pencil. This is just the regular black pencil, and I'm gonna try to line my eyes, which we'll see how that goes. Might have to do this off camera, y'all. Okay, so the eyes are looking good. I'm just gonna clean up the fallout from that blue eyeshadow, and then I'm gonna zoom you guys out and we'll get started on the rest of the face. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna go in with Pat's primer. This is, I'm not sure what this is called, but this is honestly my least favorite product from the line, partly because it's just such poor quality packaging. Like the sticker unsticks, which bothers me so much. so very much. The packaging definitely does not give me luxury, and overall I'm not impressed with the primer anyway. It definitely is a like silky hydrating primer, but I don't think it does anything special. So I'm obviously gonna go in with Pat's foundation. I have this in two shades, MD23 and MD26. Both of them have golden undertones, and I do feel like I fall somewhere in the middle. So I just like to mix both to get my perfect shade. So I like to start by laying down MD26, which is the deeper shade. And you guys can see this is a very runny consistency. And I should put this on like a mixing palette and do it that way, but I don't. So I just put both on my face, and then I'm going in with my Sephora brush. Well, no, this is from Morphe. I do have one from Sephora that's similar. I mix it around on my face and then just start blending.
Ain't nothing else like this. All my money made me wanna give it to you. Raise my hands, boy, you got that hallelujah. Search until you find it. Say it's in the timing. I just call it righteous, righteous. I just call it righteous, righteous. I just call it righteous.
I'm gonna add a little bit more of MD23, which is a little bit lighter than the other one, as you guys saw, because I feel like it's a hair too deep for me right now, and this is way too much foundation I have on my face just in general. But I do want to lighten up this shade a little bit. There we go.
You know all my bitches love it when we get turned.
I do prefer applying my foundation with a sponge because it just gives me a more seamless application. I feel like sometimes when I apply my foundation with a brush, it can be a little bit on the streaky side, especially with foundations that are this kind of like liquidy serum texture. The sponge kind of just like pushes it into the face rather than just like pushing it around the face, which I feel like a brush can do a lot of times. I should just buy a new shade in this foundation, but I'm just like, no, I will make this work. For concealer, I'm gonna go in with MD21. Now, MD23 I think is my favorite shade in the concealer because I don't particularly like a super bright under eye. And MD23 is, it brightens, but it's closer to my skin tone. And to blend it out, I am gonna go in with my Sephora brush. It definitely has the same shape as the foundation brush I was using, but I really like this because it gets really up into the crevices and helps me blend everything out. And I just use the tiniest amount of concealer. I have really light under eyes, so I don't like to add more brightness to it. Like I like to, sometimes I'll go even a little bit deeper because I try to make my face one shade, and my under eyes are just unnaturally bright. There's just like no pigmentation there, which you probably saw from the very beginning when I was like doing my eyeshadow.
It's the weekend, you know what that means. Let this girl in the party with me. All drinks on me. All drinks on me, yeah. Time for the drama, all I want is more thoughts. All I want is more conversations. Things on issues.
I love the base that Pat Mcgrath gives me. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's just so good. To set my under eyes, I'm gonna go in with the Pat Mcgrath under eye blurring powder. This is in the shade Yellow. I do also have this in the shade Deep. I prefer Yellow because it is a more golden powder, and the Deep runs a little bit neutral, so I like the more yellow undertone. And you can already see the difference. Like, this is a really good blurring powder. Like, it sets, it blurs, it's... And I know it says under eye, but I put this on wherever I added concealer and wherever needs setting. Okay, now let's get to the waterline. Come back on in. So I'm gonna go in with the deep shade here and start by putting that in the outer half of the waterline.
And no, it ain't no turning down, baby. Ain't no drama, we just tryna have a good time. Me and my girl stepping out in the all black. A little bit 10 on her feet, don't know how to act. Pulling up to the scene.
To deepen that up a little bit further, I'm gonna go add a little bit of the black and try to concentrate that on the very, very outer part of the waterline, like the outer third.
I wanna know, boy. Yeah, what's good? Yeah.
Cleaning off my brush. And then I'm gonna go into this purple, slightly blue shimmer here and put that into the inner half of the eye.
Yeah. Oh, what's good? 'Cause we just tryna get it poppin'. What's good? You know I'm a brother when we get turned.
Lastly, for the inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go into this duochrome shade here and use that as my inner corner highlight. It has a pink / purple / blue flip, and this is one of those like very, very flaky shades from Pat, so I think it'd make a great inner corner highlight. Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, what's good? Yeah.
Okay, now let's zoom back out and finish up the rest of the face. Okay, now you guys already know Pat does not have a bronzer, so I'm just gonna go in with my Dior Forever Bronze. This is in the shade number 8 Deep. It's the deepest shade in this bronzer. Might be a little bit too deep for me, but you know, just go a little light-handed.
Ain't no drama, we just tryna have a good time. It's the weekend, you know what that means. They let this girl in the party with me. All drinks on me, all drinks on me, yeah. Time for the drama, all I want is more thoughts. All I want is more conversation. Sting is on, she's bloody like a tiger, bloody like a tiger, bloody like a tiger.
For blush, I'm gonna go into Mama Pat's Divine Rose blush. This is the shade Divine. Oh, what is it called? Yes, it is the shade Divine Rose. This is such a beautiful natural blush for deeper complexions. And given how bold this eye look is, I definitely want to keep it a little natural. You see that? It's a very dusty mauve. And then for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with Mama Pat's Divine Glow highlighter in the shade Golden Nectar. This is such a beautiful gold shade. This is my first time using this too, so. Whew, let's see. Yes.
'Cause we just tryna get it poppin', what's good?
Wow. I'm loving this. This is like blinding. Do you see that?
Ain't no drama, we just tryna have a good time.
Beautiful gold. If you are like medium tan / medium deep in that range, I think you would love this. I don't know if it's still on sale. Pat been having a sale for like a month now, so it might very well be 30% off or 25 or whatever it is. I'm not gonna rant, but these sales. Ooh, Patricia is out here. She is trying it. I'm gonna take that same highlighter and I am going to plop that into my brow bone for my brow bone highlights, as I usually do. Now to finish up the eyes, I am going to go in with the Fetish Eyes mascara from Pat. This is actually a really good mascara. I think I paid like $10 for this during one of her sales. Is it overpriced? 1000%. I don't think you should pay more than $10 for mascara, period. But it is a really nice mascara. And I've heard that gold one is even better. Okay, I literally only have one Pat McGrath lip liner. This is in the shade Suburbia. I got this in one of her little mini kits, so this is what we're gonna have to use. I feel like this is gonna be too light for me anyway. What is this? This is very pink. I feel like I regret this already. Haha. Mainly because I'm going in with a deeper lip color. So this is Flesh 3. It's actually a mini lipstick that I got, I think probably in the same kit if I'm being honest. This, I think it's a matte lip, and then I really like matte lips, so I'm gonna go over it with the Flesh 6 lip gloss. Okay, Pat does not have a setting spray, so I'm just gonna go over my face with the Lancome Fix It and Forget It spray. Okay, and I'm done. I'm gonna zoom you guys a little bit closer. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit closer just so you can see the final eye look, and then I'm gonna zoom you guys out and I'll end this video. Okay, that is it, guys. Thank you for joining me as I did a full face of Pat McGrath makeup, and all of this was in dedication to Dr. Ash and her makeup. I'll have her channel linked down below, so make sure you guys go and follow her. She's such a beautiful content creator. She creates such amazing makeup. If you love eyeshadow, she is your girl for eyeshadow, because eyeshadow is her jam. So that concludes day 3 of Jammy's 12 Days of Christmas. If you haven't done so, go back and watch day 1 and day 2. Amazing videos, if I do say so myself. And I have so much more coming because there are just so many beautiful creators out there that have been so impactful on my makeup / beauty journey. And I can't wait to celebrate all of them. Well, as much as I could in 12 days. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video and you have not already done so, I would absolutely love if you would consider subscribing and joining the family. You guys know I love watching this grow, and I love having you guys come back. Make sure you comment down below, again, letting me know who your favorite creator is. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share with a friend if you think that they will like the content. As always, I love you guys so very, very much. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will catch you in my next one. Bye.